I am Olivia Ganguza. First and foremost, I'm a mom of three boys. I'm a wife, and I have for years been in a traditional like corporate 9 to 5 job working in marketing, and recently opened my own company called LiveConnections, where my main focus is to be an online educator. Before I enrolled in AA, I was in this world of knowing that I wanted to do an online course and knowing that if I had all the time in the world and all the resources, I could somehow figure it out. But I was getting to a point where I was a little exasperated because I don't have all the time in the world. I don't have all the resources. And although it could take me probably a long time to figure it out myself, I was really like in this place of needing and wanting guidance. And I was also like feeling like a little frustrated, like I want to do this, I need to do this, but I'm just not sure how to. And that's when AA kind of came across my plate, and it was really an answer to a calling that I was having at the time, where I was like, I need help, I need direction. I want to live this dream that I have of having this online course and helping so many people in a way that's much bigger than being able to help people like in a one-on-one fashion. After enrolling in AA, my life looks similar right now because I haven't finished AA. But what is mainly different is my confidence level in the fact that I'm going to be able to live out my dream. Before AA, I wasn't sure. I was like, this kind of feels like a pipe dream. I don't know how I'm going to get to the end result. But going through the AA process and doing my pop course and having such like positive feedback, I realized that if I mean, it's like so simple, but if I just follow what the course outline is and like all the instructions, I'm going to get to the end, and I'm going to get to the end successfully. I also, like I had mentioned, the confidence part, that was really huge because before I started AA, I definitely struggled with like imposter syndrome. Am I an authority on the subject matter that I want to teach on? Who am I to think I could have some successful like online course? But after AA and through like all the steps that you take to really validate your idea, your course, and test it, I am so confident. And I don't even second guess the fact that I am an authority or an expert in the subject area that I'm teaching. So that's what's different. To me, that's like the biggest difference. And I'm looking forward to see like more difference. But that is my biggest difference right now, is that I'm like super confident that I can live out this dream and that I am, an authority, and I can help so many other people. Through being in the AA course, results that I can like really, really pinpoint on is I have been able to connect with people in a deep and meaningful way where before I'm not really sure I was able to. And I think a big contribution to that is when we do the magnetic messaging exercise. Well, there's a lot, actually, there's a lot. It starts before then when you kind of do like all of the validation that comes with it within that. But the magnetic messaging exercise, I feel like, was really, really poignant because when I was putting that magnetic messaging out there, it truly was, I think, a magnet for the right person, but it also connected with people in a way that made them want to take action. And I think before I was more of a generalist, like, oh, if I'm going to put messaging out there about, what I want to teach or how I want to connect with someone, I wasn't being as specific as I needed to. So I would say that's like a big learning, a big result. And then because of that, I was able to have these conversations with people that led into, booking like the ICAs and then later sales calls. And that is something that I feel like I had all the skills to do it, but I just never would have done that on my own. And it was a little out of my comfort zone in the beginning, if I'm going to be honest, the idea that I'm going to have to talk to like all these people and book all these calls, but it was amazing. Like doing that process, so many people at the end of my calls were like thanking me for what I'm doing in the space that I'm teaching in. And I was like shocked by that, and I learned so much from those people. It was a very easy transition to say like, oh, like if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, like I could call you and let you know when I'm ready. And then that was an easy transition to a sales call. So I feel like that process of finding the right customer, like building a deep connection with them, and then having those what would be like sales calls moving forward was a really great skill that's going to impact my business long term. And a final thing for me was I was a little overwhelmed about what the format of my pop would be. I thought it had to be like all of these frills, right? Like really beautiful PowerPoint presentations or like beautifully designed stuff, which I would love to do one day, but I was feeling like, how am I going to find the time to do that? And the way that Sunny teaches AA, is very much in this like Word document format. And it works very well for me, right? And obviously for so many other people. So I followed that same format and I got really positive feedback on it. So I didn't have to spend a lot of time on the frills to deliver an impactful program, a transformational program. And I feel like that was a big learning for me too, from a business perspective. Like, yes, branding is important. Beautiful things are important to help with a user experience, but at the end of the day, like, don't let that stop you from moving forward. So I think those would be like when I think about my learnings and like the business impacts, those are the key areas that have transformed me. If I was talking to someone who is interested in investing in the Authority Accelerator program, I feel like I would tell them what I felt like when I was thinking about investing in it. I thought it was pricey for what I was used to, and I felt a little nervous about spending so much on myself and on a dream. However, now that I've done it, I have never thought twice about it because to me, the investment is basically going to be like a lifelong payoff. The things that I'm learning, they've already paid themselves off. Like I ran my pop, I had income, and it basically, it equalized the money that I spent. So, if someone was nervous about the investment, I would say like you get what you pay for. And so the investment might be higher, but what you're getting is something that you can really use and not just like generalistic kind of learnings or teachings or anything like that. You're getting a true plan so that you can be successful. And don't think twice about investing in yourself and in your dream because it's really important. That's why we're here on earth. So I think that's what I would say because that was how I felt. Nervous at first, and now I would never think twice about it.